Welcome to the first video of a series of 3 videos about EMC storage analytics for VNX. In this video, first we will provide a brief overview of EMC storage analytics for VNX, the minimum requirements needed for ESA, various steps involved in the installation and configuration of ESA, followed by a demo, and finally a summary. In May 2012, EMC and VMware signed an agreement to bring a new solution to market which leverages VMware's vCenter Operations Manager solution and extends the benefits of analytics-based operations to the EMC storage infrastructure. The resulting partnership leads us to a single tool that helps admins to pinpoint the problem, diagnose it, and take action to fix the problem. ESA for VNX provides increased visibility from virtualized applications to storage, helps to proactively detect issues, and to plan ahead based on historical information. The EMC adapter is developed by EMC for VMware vCenter Operations Manager. The vCenter Operations Manager uses EMC adapter to identify and access the resources. The adapter also provides custom dashboards for VNX where the performance and capacity metrics which are gathered are represented. ESA provides a capability to map the storage environment to the VMware environment and displays the health scores for all the resources. ESA can be installed as a storage-only version or as a plugin to existing vCenter Operations Manager. Here you can review the minimum requirements needed for deploying ESA in your environment. Now let's take a look at the various steps involved in the installation and configuration of ESA in your environment. First, we need to deploy a VApp for ESA. While deploying the ESA, we need to assign two IP addresses, one for the UI VM and one for the Analytics VM. The UI VM allows you to access the results of the analytics in the form of badges and scores using a web-based application. It also allows you to access the administration portal in order to perform management tasks. The Analytics VM is responsible for collecting data from vCenter Server, vCenter Configuration Manager, and third-party data sources such as metrics, topology, and change events. Once the VApp has been successfully deployed, we need to add the license for EMC Storage Analytics for VNX. Next, we need to install the EMC adapter. After the EMC adapter is installed, we need to configure the EMC adapter instances for VNX block, VNX file, and also vCenter. Now let's take a look at a demo on the procedure to deploy and configure ESA. The first step is to deploy the VApp. To deploy the VApp, let's log into the vCenter server. Once you are successfully logged into the vCenter, from the File menu, choose Deploy OVF Template. Next, browse to the location of the OVF file and click Next. Review the OVF template details and click Next. Now please review the VMware End User License Agreement and click on Accept. Click Next to continue. Now we can change the name of the VApp and choose the location where the VApp will be deployed and then click Next. Here you can choose the deployment configuration depending on the size of your environment. For this demo, we will choose Small. Click Next to continue. Choose the host where the VApp will be deployed and click Next. Next, choose the data store and click Next. Here you can choose the appropriate disk format and click Next. For the VApp to be deployed, IP pools need to be configured. Click Next. We will review the steps later. Choose the appropriate IP allocation policy and click Next. Let's choose the appropriate time zone. Next, let's configure the UI and Analytics VM IP addresses. These are the two VMs which are configured once the VApp has been successfully deployed. Click Next to continue. You can now review the deployment settings and click Finish to start the deployment task. Once the VApp has been successfully deployed, click on Close. IP pools need to be configured before powering on the VApp. IP pools provide network identity to VApps. Once configured, the VApp can then leverage vCenter Server to automatically provide an IP configuration to its virtual machines. Let's configure IP pools. Click on the data center and click on IP pools. Click on Add. Input name, subnet and gateway information. Click on the DNS tab and we can provide DNS information. Click on Associations tab and then choose the VM network and click on OK. Next, let's power on the VApp and monitor the progress at the bottom. Once the VApp is powered on, we can log in using the UI VM IP address /admin. The default username and password is admin. Once logged into the admin page, we need to provide the details of the vCenter server and click Next. Click Yes to authenticate the vCenter server. Next, let's change the admin and root default passwords. The default admin password is admin and root password is VMware. Click Next to continue. Now let's provide the details of the vCenter server and click Next. Click Next to continue. Click Finish to complete the initial setup wizard. Click Yes to override if vCenter is registered with another instance of VCOps. Once the registration has been completed, let's go back to the vCenter server. Now we need to provide licenses to the ESA VApp deployed. Click on Home, then Licensing. Right-click on the vCenter Operations Manager and select Change License Key. Choose Assign a new license key and select Enter key. Let's input a license key for ESA, a name, and click on OK. Here you can see that the VCOps is licensed with EMC Storage Analytics. Let's go back to the admin page and click on Update and browse to the location of the EMC adapter and click on Update. Click OK to confirm the update. Now let's review the end user license agreement and then select Accept, then select OK and then click on OK to confirm the update. Verify that the update has successfully completed. Now you can log into the ESA using https UIVM IP address /vcops-custom page with the admin credentials. Now we need to set up the ESA to monitor the VNX arrays. Hover on Environment, then Configuration, and then Adapter Instances. Here you can choose the collector as vCenter Operations Standard Server and adapter kind as EMC adapter. Click on Add Adapter Instance. Here we will provide the details of the VNX block adapter details. First the name, next the management IP, which is the SPA IP address of the VNX block array, connector type as VNX block, and then license for the array which is provided by EMC. Now we need to provide the credentials of the VNX block array. Click OK to add the credential. Click on Test to confirm that the block array can be added. Once the test is successful, click on OK to add the adapter and then click on OK. Let's follow the same procedure to add a VNX file. Here the management IP will be the IP address of the control station. And connection type as VNX file. Next we'll add the adapter instance for vCenter server following the same procedure. Here we'll choose the connection type as VMware vSphere. Once all the EMC VNX adapters have been configured, ESA provides three default dashboards: EMC Storage Topology Dashboard, EMC Storage Metrics Dashboard, and EMC VNX Overview Dashboard. We hope this video has provided you with an overview of ESA and instructions on how to deploy ESA in your environment. ESA is simple to use and easy to deploy and helps to proactively manage your EMC storage arrays. Please look at the two other videos in the series for in-depth understanding of ESA.